How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. The question is, for how long?
Alright. That's a little bit better. Hey, all you Wookiee Warriors! How you guys doing today? We are finally here. You know what, my camera can go a little off to the side
with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
There we go. That's a little better. Sorry, I was having some technical issues. Aside, like, I was just getting ready to do my unboxing video. My sister calls and says, "Hey, I got a extra vaccine. Do you want it?" And I'm like, "Sure." So I drove down there, got the vaccine, then made the video. And I didn't exactly get a chance get going because I was loading up the game and it needed to install, then an update, and then there was like 2 updates trying to go through, and I was like trying to figure out why this one wasn't going on, because it usually how PlayStation works is like the one that's on the disc, it's priority. So I ended up having to pause Destiny 2's copy update, and that's pretty much what Biomutant was stuck at. And so I got that finally updated, and then I tried getting my the thing to work. It was more like my fault, because I didn't even think to look at it. Is my camera wasn't even I'm like, oh, my camera must be working. Layout, did you mess with my camera? Because my sister's cat will climb up on the my entertainment center. And nope, everything was fine. I even unplugged the camera, replugged it in, and it turns out I can't remember the reason, but I turned off my camera. Like when you go into the streaming menu, I completely turned it off. I don't know why. So I just had to turn that on. But now we are here at Mutant, where we get to play Ninja Kitty.
Welcome to Mutant.
Settings. We're gonna keep that. We're definitely gonna do subtitles. Enemy indicators. Now let's turn that on. See what that is. Compass. Okay. Audio. We'll probably leave this alone. Video. So 60 FPS or 30 FPS. We'll see. We'll keep it at 60 FPS. We should be alright with that. Mapping. Okay, so everything there is good. I'm gonna go on easy. And that's the one thing about me is if I don't know a video game, I'm not gonna go stream just right to hard or normal. I usually go with easy so I can learn the mechanics. But I feel like I'm probably gonna do multiple playthroughs of this. I think that cricket or whatever is like our R2-D2.
Encode your DNA.
Okay, primal. Okay, primal. This is the least developed. Hybrid to offshoot. Rex is extremely developed. Breed a hybrid outcast with even. Yeah, for both physical and mental challenges. I think I'm gonna go with this. I think I'm gonna go with a Rex. I just feel like I'm gonna go with a Rex. I mean, I don't seem that much like a difference with going with a Rex. It seems like a balanced build. And I always usually go with balanced builds. All right, I need to check my. I forgot to even check my. I'm so enthralled. Like I just want to go and play. I don't want to go through all my checklists. Alright, that's good. Oh, I need to share. There's so much to do. It's taking me from my gameplay. Alright. Oh, I forgot to grab something. Hang on. Forgot to grab my... Alright, I need to grab my... Alright, so we're gonna go with a Rex.
Define your genetic structure.
Oh. Alright. Okay, I'm kind of happy with that. I mean, my character will be a little bit more agile. Let's make sure my camera. Okay. Which gives me a little bit more health, strength, and agility. I'm assuming you could probably add on more health and stuff like that as the game progresses.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Think I will go with biohazard. That way, because I'm assuming you can probably get armor and whatnot that will increase your resistance.
Choose your first style.
I kind of like dark hair right here. Yeah, I kind of like that.
Pick your main color.
Kind of want to give him a nice red tail. Yeah, I kind of like that.
Choose your detail color.
Oh, no, we don't want to make him that red. Oh, okay. Kind of want to give him a nice brown look that will. Yeah, I kind of like that. I wish I could zoom in. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good.
Pick a class.
Alright, Deadeye. Trickfully skilled, ranged, skillful rogue who chooses the life outlaw. Society's values.
Mercenary.
Mercenary trained swordsman who has mastered the art of the blade.
Deadeye. Commando. Psy-freak.
I think I'm more than likely.
Saboteur. Sentinel.
I think I'm gonna go with probably. I think I'll go with Deadeye.
Mercenary. Saboteur. Deadeye. Deadeye chosen. Sounds good. Here's
I'm definitely going to be doing multiple playthroughs with this.
Drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun.
Okay, so this is for my sword. Okay, so R2 is for your gun. Okay, so your sword can actually work kind of like a shield.
We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice, or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
So this kind of has like, choose the dark side and choose the, or be a Jedi. I am dark red, as in strength and power. I am color me light blue for freedom and loyalty. Let's try this.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
That's right. Light is only for those having difficulty seeing what's in front of them. Sticking to the me first path is the only way we'll be going places.
I'm surprised at the change of heart. I believe in putting yourself aside to help others, but helping the dark side is not that, you know.
Okay, so basically you choose between a good character or a bad character right off the bat.
You can't fight who you really are. The blood is obviously running red in our veins.
You're trying to keep us in the dark here, but you know it's blue blood in our veins and what it means. We have...
Can I start over? I'm gonna choose the life path. Sorry, I'll do an evil character in my next playthrough, because I will be doing multiple playthroughs in this game. Oh, lovely.
Encode your DNA.
Alright, so I chose a Rex.
Define your genetic structure.
Alright.
Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your fur style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color.
This part took long for me to get right. I think that looks good.
Pick a class. Deadeye, good choice. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a cross, but for you, it's not only a cross.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around eventually.
But what comes around goes all the way back around. So, it's better to stick to your instincts. You can't fight what's in
your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest, and so forth. If that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress, and as soon as there's enough light, darkness will disappear.
Would you two stop arguing?
Right is always right.
Right is always right. The game is absolutely
Stories
beautiful.
of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world, and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
So we're on a quest for revenge? Combat's pretty straightforward. Oh.
Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
I remember this. We're gonna go kaboom! Loading, sweet loading.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope
I
you're
could've
ready
kicked
for
his
it when
ass.
it comes.
Oh, this doesn't look like a fun place.
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began.
I'm glad
and
you
the
told me
tree
this
of
is
life
wildlife,
started to
because
die.
kind of looks like I walked into a bathroom. I mean, I can only imagine what this would look like if it was like on the PS5. I heard that there's a rumor that this is gonna go on the PS5. I want to break the desk. Kind of looks like my tail's pink, though. I don't want a pink tail. Ah! I wanted it red. I might just look pink. Let me look. Go up. Examine ammo box up. Electronic module. health patch? How could that be health? You found that in a toilet. That must have been one really clean toilet. It doesn't even look clean. Man, come on. What is with game companies and putting like healing items in toilets? I guess like for it must be for like comedy's sake. What are you doing? Okay, so that's automatic.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
I win! It looks like oh, I did find candy. ES waste. My guy looks all shiny. Okay, yeah, it looks like my tail's pink. So, gotta work on my character again. I had it perfect the first time and then I messed up. Sorry, I'm really finicky about my character. If I'm going to be playing as this character, I want him looking just the way I want him. Like I want him to look kind of like that.
Encode your DNA.
Well, let's kind of experiment a little bit, because it looks like we can always go back.
Define your genetic structure. Encode your DNA.
I'm going to go with the
Define
Rex.
your genetic structure.
Just more appealing to me.
Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color.
Okay, that looks a lot better.
Choose your detail color.
Yeah. Sis, what are you doing? Oh, dishes. All right. All right. I think that looks good.
Pick a class. Commando. Psy-Freak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Scythe Commando. Deadeye. Mercenary.
I'm definitely going to do a gameplay with this one.
Deadeye.
I'm going to go with Deadeye.
Deadeye chosen. Pick a class.
Oops.
Deadeye chosen. That'll work.
Alright, now we can get onto the game.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at it, but for you, it's not only...
Let me introduce...
Seems more
But...
in your...
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys
Man,
on
my
us.
shot hurts.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only...
You know, the only
grew
downside, it
stronger.
seems like my character's hair is gray. Like, it seems like you have to make your tail... Your tail hairs have to make it darker if you want to... If you want to go, Oh man, I nailed it the first time. But I'm definitely going to want to do multiple playthroughs, you know, play through all the classes.
Run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
I'm sorry I had to restart the character so many times, guys. I'm really picky about my characters. I mean, if you're going to spend time working on your character, making him look a certain way, you definitely want to make sure that it's going to be something you're going to be happy with. But the KL looked like it was pink. I didn't want it to look pink.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The Predator isn't the only threat.
And again, I can't believe that you find a healing item inside a bath in a toilet.
Nothing like a little exercise. The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
It definitely takes a little time to get used to everything. Oh, look at this. Well, kind of looks kind of janky a little bit, like it's artificial, not really reactive to the environment, but it's still really beautiful looking. And the environment does react to you. So right there is a little bit of a plus right there for me. Combat definitely feels very fluid, very nice. Ow. Ow. Yeah, maybe I should have played this on normal. It's relatively easy. But this is just a tutorial area, so it might get a little bit harder.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
An old world clawbar. So I was right, you can level up your character's abilities.
Shrug it all off.
So, oh, you can dual wield. Oh, cool. I actually unlocked next one I can actually dual wield guns. Cool. Oh. So it looks like you can choose multiple outfits for your character to wear. That's pretty cool.
fight looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Okay, I thought that was like an equipable weapon.
Whoa. It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Why not? Let's just stay a while.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Sharp steel. Got one. Sure useful.
Just a quick question, just a curiosity. Can I change my difficulty if I already started the game? Yes, I can. Cool. You know, I'm gonna just increase it to medium. Because this is relatively too easy.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Okay. Puzzle rotation. Hey, Willie, how's it going?
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
I don't get this puzzle. Am I supposed to make like the yellow all connected or? Nice. Hey Wookiee, nice unboxing video. Well, thank you. Excuse me. I had no idea that there was the soundtrack, which I still have right here, and that cloth. I had no idea that came with it. I just knew about the figurine. I'm like, I want the figurine. Rotate each node so that the colors match each other. Oh, okay. I probably should have read that first. I'm doing good. Cool looking game. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this for a while.
That led to the big apocalypse eons ago.
And so far, I'm not disappointed. Like, I had to start to stream up. This is my third attempt because I forgot to turn my camera on. I can't turn my camera on once you stream.
Generated tons of waste,
and if I can definitely see me doing multiple playthroughs with this game because there's so many classes I want to play around with, like Primal and
That's
stuff like
when
that.
They made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were
now,
right.
this is not something similar that we've ran into like during the 80s and 90s, where people were like trying to do waste disposal. Like, hey, we're gonna put it all in a mine. Hey, we're gonna dump this here, and it just had so many environmental problems.
Biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
So, man, I made my guy the best way I could.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt.
It just means the electricity.
It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
I'm smart.
There you go.
You can tell it's getting warmer. You can tell it's getting warmer weather. Cactuses are coming out. Oh, cicadas! Cicadas. I don't know why I said cactuses. Yeah, I haven't heard any cicadas out yet, but it's definitely getting much warmer and more humid around for us. Like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a storm coming in pretty soon because of how much humidity there is right now. Out of date.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Chop, chop. Slice and dice. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Energy pack. Candy. Up. Yep. 5 days of rain and thunderstorms all next week. Well, I haven't looked at their weather, but I know we probably either have rain or thunderstorms. And here, I can look at the weather right now. Today, it's supposed to be a high of 86, tomorrow 73, and then Thursday we're supposed to have rain, followed by rain, and then drops down to 59, 61, 63.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why.
We're getting rain
He presents himself
this week
as
in
out of
Canada.
it. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
Well, it's not surprising that we're going to end up getting a lot of rain and thunderstorms
seem
because the weathers are
surprised that you
switching
don't
from
recognize him. You were
cold
just a
to hot,
child back then.
and not to
The
mention
night
nature needs to
everything
wake up.
changed.
Gotta water them trees.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
Oh, okay,
child
so
could have
each
been
character's
anyone,
class has
but
a
the
different
evil it
story
had
to it.
fled had left a mark,
I'm definitely going to want to
facial
play.
scar to remember the past.
The child could be anyone, but the evil it had felt had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
This kind of has like a story, kind of like a Jade Empire type story, where in the story that you are like training inside a small town, and your life has been kind of hidden from you, and you're the last living survivor of that particular tribe. But this one is like your tribe got basically destroyed and everyone kind of split in their own ways, and one tribe is trying to destroy the world, and you're coming back to get kind of like revenge. I'm safe in here. Best before.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people.
Potato people?
The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
I sound like a chipmunk. A cute, adorable chipmunk. Oh, cool, no fall damage. I can swim! I guess not. I've been defeated! Okay, so I guess I can't swim. I'm not saying this is like exactly like Jade Empire, but it has a very Jade Empire-esque kind of feel to it. I can take you. Elvis, I can take you. That kind of looks like a DNA. Kind of weird, kind of funny.
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed.
It's my first time.
He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree. They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves, where they draw mineral from the natural rock. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world.
Is that the tree that looks like a DNA
Today,
strand?
your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
And I think Dom is like way further than I will be. Oh, that is a miracle girl right there.
Now that you've seen the Nonno's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt.
Seeing is
From
believing,
this day
believing
on,
is seeing.
he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not.
So it's a guy in the wheelchair.
There for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived.
Wow, there's a lot of dialogue in this.
The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land
This is
set
good.
the World Eater's DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Mutant and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
I'm guessing this is where we're gonna get all our gadgets.
Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route.
Wherefore?
The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved.
Wherefore?
His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Mutant, and the Goo Glide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Rodnet. Oh, so that was his memory we were playing through. A lot of chandeliers there. Fate of the world is in your hands, Padawan.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Are you sure? It kind of looks a little rough.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
I know what I'm gonna do for dinner.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
Did he just mark the... Never mind. So you actually get to choose your own aura. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, that's a big monster.
Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake.
How rude.
Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack.
Sorry guys, I'm not talking the whole lot. I'm just trying to hear everything and absorb it all.
Something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
Ah, that's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
I'm sorry, that's just really funny.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war.
That's not good.
The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same.
Aren't you going to work?
The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Huh?
Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side.
I know.
He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. He can sense you share Myriad's view on the world. The Myriad would embrace someone willing to fight against the tyranny of the Jagni. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Alright. Talk to the Jahani. So I think this is the Myriad.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know.
Where do you think I'm going? I'm just going my way.
It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Has plenty to do, so no worries. They've already got word of an intruder, so he guesses the Sifu must be very interested in meeting you.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do multiple playthroughs of this.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu.
Cool.
But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common. He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping
Does that mean I could be,
and there are rivals
just use
in
everything?
all directions.
Just grab it all in a ball and throw it at the
Myriad
enemy.
wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe.
Definitely repeat a
The Jagni
lot.
tribe may believe that fear and hatred will lead them to domination. A vanquisition of the tribes and destruction of the Tree of Life won't be the restart they want. It's just an end to everything. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war.
I'm gonna need your toolbox key.
I'll bring my key ring and I'll give it to you. Just don't lose it.
I won't.
And make sure you lock it when you're done.
Okay. I don't know if I'll need it, but if he puts me in wear pack, I'm gonna need it, so.
Okay.
If I don't have that, I'll be pretty pissed.
You need to take the struggle to the enemy, or the enemy will bring it to you. When survival is threatened, there's no other option left but war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of.
It's that one. Here, I'll take it off.
He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle
Yeah, because
minds,
this one's for the one
so
downstairs.
they want to wage a gentle war.
Just don't lose
a
that
war
one.
that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the
You're
rival
welcome.
outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rival's outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. They passed the point of no return as their words lost power and see no other way forward than using violence to combat violence. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help. Even though it's now a different place from a different time, it is a place that'll make you remember.
Pass through the cave. So this definitely is a big open world. At least you don't get lost in the game. Like it does go here, but it doesn't really tell you where to go. So you can actually go to certain locations. I don't know if that's coming out right. You know where you're going. I've played RPGs where it doesn't exactly tell you where to go. You just kind of have to get there. Morrowind, for example.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Itchy trigger finger. Swoon. Middle-lifed.
He's like Ratchet. He's like Rocket the Raccoon Wookiee. Yeah, he definitely does have that kind of similar similarity to Rocket the Raccoon, except he's not a smart mouth. It doesn't like, I want to blow everything up.
Time is lost.
I got his leg.
But it evokes a
I had
tingling
to
sensation.
charge a
There's
whole
something
month's worth of
special about
credits
drawing you
just to
closer.
get it. What was his reaction? I love that movie.
Let's see.
So finding these markers is going to probably be the best. To me, it's like these are going to be like your viewpoints if you guys play Assassin's Creed. That if you go like on top of the tower, you unlocks the map for the area. Finding these unlocks more of the map for you, which
As
is
time
nice.
passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over.
Sadly, we're gonna have to probably wait for our other playthroughs because I do want to get through Dark Souls, and I have
Echoes of
other
a
games I want to.
long-lost past, like whispers in the wind.
Oh,
Here's someone who takes each day as it comes.
you might need a bigger pool.
He asks how you are today. Then he wants you to know that if you find yourself going through bad times, you should just keep going. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. And he'll be honored.
Okay, now he's got a bigger pool. Hey, wait! I can't swim!
He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? At least you learned that you'll drown if you don't swim. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Great things usually happen to those who never stop trying. He hopes you'll be one of them. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. You can never try too hard. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know, practice makes perfect. You have to keep working on it if you want to be good at it. She'll see you at the village square. She says that's good. With a passion for learning, you'll never cease to grow. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. His only interest when creating is that what he comes up with is actually useful. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He's happy to hear that from someone that's a part of the coming generation. You owe it to yourself to protect the environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says every little thing counts. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. That's all she's ever asked of you, that you'll try and give it your best. You can't do more than that. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. Then start by meeting her on the village square and take it from there. She knows you're a free spirit, always on the move, like the wind. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. That makes him wonder why you were here looking for it. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. You'll have to face pain at some point. He offers to help you get it over with. She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She's there for all disciples. That's her commitment as Sifu. And when she needs them, they're there for her and each other. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now. She said it before. Wang Fu will keep your body in good health, and that's how you keep your mind strong and clear. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best.
Why add food high in more?
Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling. He heard you helped Gizmo clean up. He's proud of you.
Why add food high?
He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He wishes that was true for your Moomer too, but guiding the village into the future and teaching Wang Fu to her disciples seems more important for every day. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics. He's curious to see what you've found. He can work wonders with
Hey, Joey, how's it going?
Chérie la fille. Waxan Marcalesei.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you.
Badam Udidimada Bulshada.
He knows she's already proud of you and everything you've achieved so far.
La Fea Nuh.
You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He thinks you should. She'll be proud of you.
Segaya Lama Yaba.
He's
How are you
looking
liking the
forward
game
to
so
seeing
far,
what
Wookie?
you'll make
I
next.
really love it.
Seems you
It's
have a talent
really,
for this.
how can I put it? The movement is really fluid. I actually changed the difficulty up to normal because it just seemed way too easy. The customization is definitely like I had to delete my character 3 times just to get him to look just the way I want him. The graphics are absolutely amazing. Like there's nothing you can say about the graphics. It's just absolutely on par. The story so far, the closest thing I can draw to this game is a game called Jade Empire, where like I said, there is a lot of differences between Jade Empire and Biomutant, but there are some similarities between the two as far as RPG style, if that makes any sense. I've been watching Dom play, and I was seeing your opinion on it without spoilers, though. I've actually been the same way. Like, I have not really looked at anything that Dom has pumped out for on this because I personally didn't want anything spoiled for me. Because I know he's a lot farther than along than I am. Like, I think he was like down to the crafting and making armors and stuff like that. So he's definitely much further along than I am. Just make sure my mic's on. But so far, the tutorial is actually you're playing pretty much the trailer, and there's not a lot of spoilers right now. Like right now we're inside a memory. But as far as like core story, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't give away spoilers, so if you are wanting this to be spoiler free, because I'm pretty sure if we keep on pressing on, we'll probably get into some spoiler territory. But the story kind of reflects a little bit like what class you choose. Like if you choose mercenary, I chose personally Deadeye Outcast. And you can vastly change like what your character's gonna look like. I'm considering buying this. Just wanted to see more gameplay on it. Right now, like I said, we're not gonna be doing. There's not a lot of gameplay at this section because we're in a memory. We're experiencing the game as he is when he was a younger. I guess you can say cat. But from what I gather, like there's a nice parry system. Although I still gotta figure that out, like the timing for the parries. There doesn't seem like there's like a shield or a block. If you want to use the sword in that mode, you have to parry it and you have to time it just right. You also get guns. Now, I'm thinking that the guns get replaced depending on what class you choose. So if you choose like the magic build, I'm guessing you'll be able to shoot like lightning or something like that out versus the gun. I don't even know if you get any melee ability with that. You can definitely change the character up. Like, oh, I can't do it now. I don't think. No. You can change like if you start out with like a lot of strength and vitality, a lot of strength and agility, which is what I started out with. You can increase those other stats as you play. I didn't choose the primal because I just didn't like to get him the way I would want him. I have to dump a lot into like vitality and charisma, and I kind of like how I made my character. But I definitely want to do multiple playthroughs. You know, go through each class and genetic.
Andro?
Your Muma says it's about time you got here. Hopes you're as ready as you claim to be.
Antoro. Andro?
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Beri? Andro?
But there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back. That's a good attitude, as long as you keep learning.
And the game does have, like, choices. Like, you can choose good choices or evil choices, which will affect the game, how the game is gonna, the story of the game is gonna react to you.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you. Thanks you for being such a good student. Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz. You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it.
Don't tell me that I like stuff... Don't tell me that I like stuff like Fable. Well, I love Fable. I love all 3 Fable games, and I heard that they're working on another Fable right now. I think they're doing like kind of like a revamp on the next Fable, like starting from fresh. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. But no, like in this one, if you choose to be they'll give you a choice, like, are you going to be... Which path do you want to go at the beginning? You choose one path, you'll be evil. If you choose the other path, you can be good. But it seems like throughout the game, you'll be able to do multiple choices in the game, where you can choose to be good and honorable, or you can be evil. So that's another thing about this game that's very similar. I keep on bringing up Jade Empire, but that's kind of what it keeps on reminding me of. Not even like Fable, it reminds me of Jade Empire. Because in the game Jade Empire, you can choose one of 2 ways. You can choose to be the way of the open palm, or the way of the closed fist. Which, the way of the closed fist is like, you're more like, hey, can you help me? Get the hell out of my way, kind of a deal. Or, yes, I will help you. You know, another similarity to that is like KOTOR, where you can choose to be a Jedi, you know, the light side or the dark side. But I prefer the way my Jade Empire example, because it does have like a strong resemblance to this game. Not that it's the same. Because obviously in Jade Empire, you're not running around as a cat. It's not this great big open world.
Says he's always thought so well of you, just like her.
I always choose the bad guy. Root. Rotten. Bad guy root. Then the good guy root. See, that's where me and my sister kind of different. Is I always choose the good guy to play, and my sister chooses the bad guy. So if I'm a Jedi, she's a Sith. If I'm playing Jedi Empire, I'm playing the way of the open palm versus way of the closed fist. I think the reason why I draw a lot of similarities from Jade Empire is because this has a very Jade Empire feel to it. The music, you know, the theme of the game, it kind of is like you're a samurai or a ninja, and that's very similar to what
Catchy. Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful. Figuring that out is half the fun. A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device. It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see. Says it's not a record keeper, more like a companion.
Alright, cool. Gotta go, because I'm about
Muma
to
says you look tired. No wonder.
close
It's
up
been a
my
long
shop.
day.
I'll see you later, Rick. Alright. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a good rest of your night. And I'll catch you later. Sorry if it sounded like I was like evading and giving, invading and giving. It's just I don't want to give... I don't want to give too much away because I know you don't want to be spoiled on the game. So, in my opinion, so far, I really enjoyed this game. I'm looking forward to doing multiple playthroughs of this game already. I've only been playing for 2 hours.
She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow.
You're doing fine, Wookiee. I respect that.
Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire.
But like I said, as far as the story goes so far, it's very different.
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire.
And this is where I think it has a little bit of a fable.
That's just adding fuel to the flames.
Kind of a fable.
Give it a last burst and you'll make it.
Kind of a fable, because the fable storyline, you know, bandits came to Oakvale to raid it looking for a hero to stop a prophecy.
Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming. He wants to destroy her. The time to fight is coming, whether she's ready for it or not. Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History has finally caught up with her. She loves how brave you are, but she can't be worrying about you while she fights.
Kind of
This
like
is
a
her
Goku right there. It's like,
Here it comes.
When Goku
The
sends
past
Gohan
coming
away
to
from the
haunt
fight.
Present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
We should have stayed. I was kicking its ass. Oh, of course, they had to be able to swim. Oh, now he learns how to swim.
Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now.
He killed my mama.
If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you.
Papa!
What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.
I will have my revenge.
The tribe's caught a fluffy Hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff Hulk's on the loose. Had better days.
Oh! Wow, it got me.
A tragedy.
But it seems like the only part that was actually weak, like I can actually damage, was its head. It was so close, it was.
Right in the face. You gave them no choice but to take it down, even though they'd planned to take the Fluff Hulk out to the Farfnacky Leaves and let it go. They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you. A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting
Sippy
for you
time.
there.
I've been sipping.
You should hurry there and help them best the outpost. You complete them. From this point on, the Myriad is unbroken.
Yeah, you did it, Wookiee. Yeah. Strength 47, intellect 10. Close combat.
Look, an emergency box from the old days, when you needed to pack a punch to survive. Wow, bet that nut makes a tight fist.
Old World Knockfist. Okay, so that's how you re-equip. I did that. Knock the wall. I did. Oh, okay.
Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Flash the slash. The scrap keeps piling up.
So how's it going at work
It
today?
really
Did you
is
just
a
finish
different
work, bud?
world underground.
backpack. Is that a mission board? It is, I think.
That notice board? Filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Toxanol never cared about the waste, as long as they didn't have to pay to clean it up. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried.
I find healing items in the weirdest of places. Glass shards.
This corner of the world is called Bricktown. Heroes are only heroes for others, but they do the work, or they're heroes to no one.
Seems like a ghost town to me.
You found the whereabouts. The deepest, darkest forest in the land. Sometimes hard to see for all the trees. All fired up. You're not dead yet. Hack and slash. Are you scared yet? It's getting dark.
Nope, I'm good.
That's a Jagni tribe outpost.
Is it? Maybe we should say hello.
Handy. Feeling fierce. sharp.
Brighten the world.
Buffer than ever. Might need to shade your eyes. Night's over. Mercadorpa's outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold. Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to the rival captain. If you can, you should try to convince the captain to give up the outpost and join your cause. They're ready to enter the outpost when you are. Every step you... Here's the first line of defense.
Ah, we got this.
That's a bomb robber. That hit the spot, wrecked it. Twirly wheel works that drain pipe.
I got this. I'm smart.
Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Did it in 5.
Everything's clocking together. Can't hurt to try. Keep going. That cage is holding a helper.
You must free him.
They never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Says the tribe's been hard on them. Wants revenge on those who caged them, but trust you'll take care of it.
Looks like we got a new toy. Looks like a flamethrower. Twin silver grip unlock. I thought I already did. Still trying to figure that one out.
A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable. Better stay clear of the red ray. Here's the second line of defense. Red means danger.
Hey, I thought it meant stop.
Timber. Bet a big bump will bring it down. Switched off the light.
Thank you.
A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it. That looks explodey. Shoot it and watch it blow. Not too close, though. Kaboom! You're in. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger.
So where's the general? tribe weapon.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon. Figures the honor belongs to the tribe, too. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up, but from what he can tell, it seems you're making progress with the tribe conflict. He had a feeling you'd get along with the Myriad tribe, but it remains to be seen what the future holds for your alliance. You seem to share the same values as the Myriad tribe. You both have the same optimistic outlook on life. At least, for now. But Out of Date emphasizes that solving the tribe conflict won't matter unless you help make a stand against the World Eaters. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's forebodings are justified. The jumbo puff needs to be taken care of. He says the time has come to confront the jumbo puff at the end of the west route. Gizmo is working on making his Mekton strong enough to endure the oxygen-deprived dead zone all the way out to the World Eater.
Gizmo.
You should get over there and see what you can do to help.
So it looks like it places mines or something.
Let's see.
Rival tribe. Rival tribe. Gizmo. You know, I just kind of want to do the whole rival tribe thing first.
Take a moment to absorb the day.
Technically, we've already come this far.
That's a resource totem, a monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean. That's a good find. Watch it. Now that's a flesh wound.
Definitely has kind of a Monster Hunter feel to it too.
Carving it up.
Good job.
It's starting
Thank you.
to add up. Slash and dash. If you want to spend this whole operation underground for a while, then you're on the spot with Bang Shelter 6D.
I found a hat.
The Scanaptrut outpost. The Jagni tribe first nested here long ago. Let's see.
I wonder if it's a way in, or do we have to do it like by story?
Time to get a move on before all your chances slip on by.
Oh wow. Okay, so we can't sneak in. Okay, I guess we have to do it this way. That's kind of a little disappointing right there. You have to go and do the missions that you're prescribed. Yes. I don't know, maybe it's just like the first beginning area, like the first beginning bit. You have to do whatever it's prescribed, or you can do, sorry, not prescribed quests that you have to do in order or you don't progress. And like I said, I think it's just a little bit stupid. Because I'd rather do like whatever I want.
That's a gnote. Easy prey for Loopa-Loopin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed.
That doesn't look like a goat to me.
The end is coming to the world, and everything else. It's the chug yard.
still to come here. Cool.
That's super duper dope. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bomper Bonkers busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Wow. Oh, yeah. Don't stop pounding that one. Half-life.
Not what I meant to click on.
Personal. That's going to leave a mark. Daytime is the best time to get things done. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth.
That was actually kind of
really
fun.
Took that all the way down to the end, in flames. Let's see.
Kind of reminded me of Jack and Dexter when he rode that rocket.
It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past.
Maybe. What is this?
Gross. This place stinks. This box once tailed a chugga-chugga. Now it's just off track.
A chugga-chugga. That should be Dan's new favorite word. Do a chugga-chugga. Chugga-chugga time.
Heroes make for the best stories. It's up to you if you want to be one.
Chug yard.
I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the yard. Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. Gizmo remembers you as a nice kidling, and he can still sense the warmth of your good heart. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes the truth it brings is personal. He hopes you remember that one time he taught you to upcycle, and hopes you've had some use for it over the years. Gizmo says he also has re-memories from the long gone, but unlike you, he doesn't think of the past, for it's gone. He understands history made Lupa-Lupin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow.
I don't want
He
to stop
says you
playing.
should
I'm
know
gonna have to
that
probably
what's
close out
meant
the
to
stream
be
before too
will
long.
always find a way.
I'll
but
probably
history
do another
shouldn't
one
consume
in a
you.
little while.
Gizmo encourages that. You should forgive, but never forget. It'll provide some comfort to your soul and keep the memory of lost loved ones in your heart.
Fan that flame!
Wait, no! Bright light blinds! It's dangerous.
I've got all the cold, sick burns you need, Dark.
Oh, do you have to insult me over this?
I don't have to, but I want to.
Would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that brought you to this point. Would you have... Supposes that's all any of us can do. Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had.
Excuse me.
Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seemed so centered and so seeking. Figures everyone does. They seem unusually dedicated to finding them. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. It's the part of the land that suffered most from the apocalypse. It's deprived of oxygen, making it next to impossible for anything but creatures that were most contorted by the contamination.
Ooh, that looks cool.
Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
These puzzles are really easy.
Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Don't lose your way in the blackness.
Hazard zone discovered. A hazard zone. These zones are vast areas covered in deadly hazards. They can only be withstand the hazards for so long before you...
There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half... That's the leftover you're looking for.
Medical pack.
That's just nasty. Biohazards make you puke.
It's a duck head.
Everything seems to take longer at night.
Ooh, Diver's helmet. Oh, so this is probably a new outfit. Let's take a look. It is. Man, that must have been like... That must have hurt to sit on. Whee!
He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun, and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. He made a suction device so the Mekton can use the black tar as an instant refuel. You can also use it to clear oily goo puddles, so you can pass and access hard-to-get-to areas. He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the Jumbo Puff. The best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find scripts.
Cool. What, I didn't drain it fast enough?
This won't be a field trip. It's the real thing.
Oh, I have to start off from here? What gives... I think I sunk. Can I spawn, select the transport?
Great.
Okay, so we pretty much have like a Titanfall situation right there. So yeah, I think I sunk to the tar. think that wall over here is breakable. Okay, maybe not.
Everything looks stunted round here. The grease monkey's mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood?
Bad thingies. Bad.
Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to. The birds don't have enough flaps to fly. Low tech, but it works.
But se in mo diava.
Oh, cool.
You have an odd feeling. Even healthier than before.
I'll
This
definitely
one's
say this: the
impressed
characters
to
are
see you
very
out.
interesting.
He figured you'd be dead by now. Not many are as tough and clever as you must be. Says a monster hunter hears many things on the wind. Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes. Choosing what to kill and what to spare are the most important decisions you'll make. You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care. It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it themselves, and you know they'll miss. Claims he mostly kills whoever he doesn't like. Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back, but he supposes that means more monsters for him to shoot. Wonders why you work
That's
so
funny.
hard to keep things alive.
It's a
Bullets
funny
help
name,
thin the
Moog.
herd instead.
I mean, I've heard a lot of funny names in.
Says you should give up on working with the stubborn myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights, and they keep putting up new ones. He's afraid you're just as stubborn as them. But enough of that, right? He says the wildlife, nature, has changed.
I
and
mean, I've
turned
heard some
against us.
weird
Instincts
weird
of
and funny
survival
names
took
throughout
over
my
when the
game,
world changed.
throughout gaming
He's
my
not
gaming history,
sure
I should
about
say.
their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output. Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short. Says as big as they are, the world is bigger. To find where they are, you need to see where they've been. Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter. Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big. There's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you on your toes. Says you stick to the haunting and shots present themselves later.
Alright guys, so we just hit ourselves another checkpoint. I really don't want to end the stream, but my tummy is growling, which means I must eat. So I think we'll keep our normal schedule and stream again tomorrow at our normal time. Or later on today, since
New
it's
day means new chances.
since it is midnight now. Excuse me. And I'm getting sleepy. So, tomorrow, I'm hoping I can get going about 3:30 or 4:30 tomorrow. Or later on today. I really am enjoying this game. I really am. I just love the characters. The world is very awesome to be around. Now, the one thing I will say is a drawback for me is that when like a main mission comes up, you actually have to do it, and you don't have like the freedom to just do the side stuff. Like I would have preferred doing like the tribe stuff before I do the big mission, but we have to do this big mission before we do the tribe stuff, I guess. So, That is a little bit of a letdown for me, but it's not like it's going to ruin my entire gaming experience. I mean, this is just alone, just the 3 hours I've played, I am immensely immersed in this game. The graphics are absolutely amazing, and this is coming off a PS4, so this is a really good game. So far since while I've been playing it, it's run very smoothly. I haven't had any lag. I haven't had any glitches. I don't think the frame rates have really dropped too much. I mean, I'm playing it at 60 FPS. So yeah, so far a very solid game. Especially I want to say something about the character customization. I really like that as well. So the fact is, in the game, you can, once you like craft your character how you want them, it looks like you can upgrade your character's stats. So give them maybe something you probably wanted to put towards. Because right now my character's stats are leaning more towards his strength, but I've already put him at 50 health, and his body type stays the same as if I was already created him. So that's nice. It doesn't actually make him bulkier or wonky looking. So I think I'm going to work a lot on getting my intellect up, my strength and vitality. I might put up some luck, because I feel like luck would give me critical chance and loot chance. So I'll probably put that up a little bit too. Don't know if I'll put up anything for charisma really, but we'll see. But yeah, overall very satisfied with the game. I'm looking forward to playing more of it later on today. If you guys are wondering what's going on with Dark Souls, after we're done with Biomutant, we will be going back to Dark Souls, wrapping that up. I think we're pretty much at the DLC and then finishing the game. And then let's see. I'm thinking probably playing Crash 4. I really want to wrap up everything we have going on the PlayStation 4, then switch over to the PlayStation 5. Although I might just play a PlayStation 5 game, Demon's Souls, since I've already played through all Dark Souls. Might as well finish the predecessor to the Souls games and play that. And then, but hopefully, I'm hoping like next year we'll be completely done with every game I have in my collection for the PS4, and then we'll be over on PS5. And once the PS5 games are done, we will be going and doing some Switch content. But that's pretty much all I have. Those are pretty much what I have down for the future of the channel for right now as far as gaming goes. One of the things that will be returning, as I did last year, and I said I would do this year once the weather starts getting nicer, I will be returning with the walks with Shiloh. Great stream, Wookie. Thanks, Willie. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got for you guys. I hope you guys... Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys... I'm sorry. That's all I got for you guys. As far as updates goes, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I want to thank... excuse me. I want to thank every single one of you guys who came out and watched. I know I was really late on getting the stream going today. That won't happen tomorrow, hopefully. Again, thank you guys so much for coming out. You guys are number one's absolutely amazing. Hope you guys are all having a Wookiee-tastic day. And I'll see you all on our next adventure. Till next time, see ya!